Welcome to the Navy STP On-Demand series of tools and techniques to build the best marketing tool for your SBIR or STTR project. This webinar is focused on learning best practices for your thumbnail and abstract, the first deliverables you'll need to complete as part of the training cycle. You've already described your project in significant detail in your proposals. However, what we're focused on in the Navy STP are non-technical marketing and business development tools. In addition, our goal is to have all of these products approved by your sponsor's Public Affairs Office, or PAO. PAO approval means you'll have authorized unlimited distribution of these marketing tools for the remainder of the product's life cycle. So, what are the marketing tools comprised of? A thumbnail is a 1 or 2 sentence statement that describes your work. It's short, to the point, and most importantly, no longer than 40 words. Thumbnails are ideal for social media or front-facing websites to get a potential customer's attention. Once you hook them, they can get more information from your abstract. An abstract is a slightly larger, but still very concise, condensed summary that efficiently conveys what was done, why it was done, and the value proposition of your product. You should be able to summarize your project and overall company goals with 125 words or less. Remember, this is not a scientific abstract, but writing meant to advertise, promote, and sell your product and your company. A separate webinar will cover quad chart development. It's highly likely that you've created similar informational products previously, but we stress again that at the stage your project is in, it will start being seen more frequently by non-technical decision-makers who must juggle many important goals for their mission with limited budgets. The goal of these products is to advertise what you're doing and how it will in turn help these leaders execute their missions at or below current costs. You've managed to convince other visionaries and enthusiasts, but convincing the pragmatists and legacy users will be your challenge moving forward. Your thumbnail, abstract, and quad chart will also serve as the core of your company's presence on the Navy STP Virtual Transition Marketplace, or VTM, where potential customers from both government and industry can search for your project and company when they are looking for a particular technology, even after this current program cycle ends. So, where do you start? First, go to the Navy STP Workspace portal and select your contract. That will open up a page that includes your program deliverables, which are conveniently marked Deliverable. Scroll down until you see the deliverables highlighted in blue. For now, let's choose to work on the abstract and thumbnail. Here's what the abstract and thumbnail page look like when you first start. We've included basic instructions about how to navigate the page, generate, and submit your work. There are also links to download 2 very helpful tools, a written guide that provides much more in-depth support for abstract and thumbnail development, and a template that allows you to practice, modify, and improve your message prior to adding it here. If you have multiple projects, we keep project information on hand to keep things organized. Navigation keys are simple. The black Show Versions button allows you and your business consultant to access every version you've submitted through this site and allow you to see any revisions that the PAO may want you to make. All versions will be seen as a portable document format or PDF and are not editable. In order to edit, you have to use the entry blocks provided. At the bottom, the Print Preview button shows you exactly what the PAO will see. Make sure your copy matches what you intend to send. The back button sends you to the deliverables page without saving. If you want to save your work, use the blue Save button. Each time you do, a new version will be generated. Please remember to save your work often. When you're ready, use these entry blocks to enter the information. Note that if you write more than allowed, you'll get an error, so use the provided template and the word count feature on your word processing program to help you avoid spillover. The contact information you type in these boxes is what the PAO office will see, but also what will be posted on the VTM website. If your company has numerous principal investigators or project managers, consider placing a general company number and business point of contact. Using the provided template and guidelines, it's time to write. Don't worry about word count just yet. It's more important to get your thoughts down on paper. We recommend expanding on the following topics to help you build a case for someone that is new to your technology. What does your company do? What are your company's primary capabilities? Are you ready to or already conducting business with the United States government? Remember, you should already have an existing abstract associated with your Phase 2 proposal. Feel free to use that writing to get started with the knowledge of the marketing objective for these products. Describe your project. What does it do? What is the intended application? Who will use it? Does it modify or get installed on a vehicle or weapons platform? Avoid technical jargon or words that aren't immediately recognizable. Acronyms will need spelled out at first, so avoid them for your thumbnail and abstract, unless you've cleared it first with your STP business consultant. As an example of avoiding being too technical, if you were giving a tour to a group of local sixth graders, how would you describe what it does? Focus on what you do best. What's your killer application that outshines all the rest? What competitive advantage does your technology provide to the customer? Is it reduced cost, improved durability, greater effectiveness, increased safety? In other words, how does it help them accomplish their mission? Another thing that customers often consider is how risky and unproven technology is to acquire. What can you tell them about how you have reduced this risk? Highlight the benefits of working with you versus the cost of not doing business with you. Concisely tell the reader how you have reduced or will reduce the risk of your project failing to meet the needs of the customer depending on your project progression. And finally, what is the ultimate goal for this project? Who is your ideal customer? Don't be afraid to spell out exactly who you're looking for in a partnership. As a friendly reminder, throughout your time in the program, your business consultant is standing by to support. We have a wide range of military and civilian experience and proficiency in writing for effect. Let us be your wingman. This best practice should start as early as possible. Take the work you've done so far and ask for an honest review and edits as needed. Don't wait until the final review for us to see what you've accomplished. Now you know what you want to say, and it's time to distill and clarify your thoughts into abstract and thumbnail form. Start by combining your statements into one paragraph and then start the editing process. Combine similar thoughts where able, reduce excess verbiage, and be as concise as possible without losing the message you built in the first place. Some things may have to be cut. If you really like what you wrote, hold on to these nuggets. They may be of use to you in your quad chart or tech talk. Once you've nailed the abstract, it's time to consider the thumbnail. You only have 40 words to work with. What are the key elements that you can extract from the abstract that let the customer know who you are and what your technology does? What is the core message? And finally, consider what keywords you want to include as part of the VTM display. We recommend thinking up an additional 6 to 8 descriptors, words, or short phrases that you would use if you were searching for your own technology on a search engine. Make an effort not to duplicate terms already in the abstract or thumbnail, since search engines are already using this data as part of the search. If you get stumped, remember that your proposal likely included several keywords already as part of the submission. Once you've created drafts of your thumbnail and abstract, review them in preview form and ensure that there is consistency between them, your quad chart, and your company's core message. Other than in face-to-face meetings, this is the principal way that decision makers will be introduced to your company. Send a copy to your business consultant and anyone else you'd like to share with, including people outside of your technology field. Can someone with no knowledge of your technology understand what you're offering? Is the writing clear and concise? Ask for a critical look and expect feedback. Our job is to make the PAO review process as painless as possible while still creating documents of value. Once your final revision is complete, move on to your quad chart next. When you're ready to submit all of your documentation, you'll have an additional button appear to submit the documents for PAO review. which sends them to the BC for one last internal check. After the consultant approves of the final product, your drafts get sent to the PAO for a 3-tiered evaluation. Anticipate that there may be revisions needed, and if they are, make those as soon as possible to continue the process. Give yourself enough time to do all of this before the program deadline. Thumbnails and abstracts will be the first deliverables you'll have to produce. This might be the most important best practice of all, but be sure to check your Navy STP Workspace dashboard, including the Look Ahead and Calendar sections regularly to ensure you're aware of future deadlines. We'll do our best to provide outstanding support and keep you ahead of schedule. Good luck and get writing.